So last time I filmed a video about being vegan, that was 5 months ago, I talked about a certain list of things and I have that same list here, so I'm gonna talk about them again to compare them sort of to my last video. Actually, I don't know what I said exactly in that last video, so you have to check it back. It'll have a note somewhere up here. But without further ado, let's get into that list that I have over here. The first thing on my list was the question if my skin cleared up after going vegan. And I never really had any skin problems, so that would be a no for me because there's not much to clear up. I did have some spots over time, like blackheads I think you call those, but nothing major. But I used to have a lot of blackheads around my nose area, here's like over here. And I don't have that at all anymore, so I guess you could say it helped. I don't know if that actually had anything to do with veganism, but it's nice to know, I guess. Next question was, do I have more energy? And that is, I think, true. I do get tired sometimes, but I do need to sleep more. But overall, I feel very energized and bright in general. So I guess you could say that's a yes, and I think I already said that in our previous video. But it's still a yes. The question after that had sort of the same stretch, and it was, am I clearer in my head? And I would still say that's true. At least I feel happier, I feel brighter, I feel like I'm more conscious in the now, but that may also have to do with a lot of other factors, as goes for a lot of these things. Like, I can tell you what I feel like right now, but it might not have anything to do with veganism. I'm not gonna say it's some kind of miracle thing, but I just want to share with you what I feel, and it might have something to do with it, it might not. You can draw your own conclusions on that one. I also asked myself if I had a better sleeping vibe, if I slept better, and I don't think it has much influence on that because I really just need at least 7 hours. More is always better, basically. So I don't think being vegan has a lot of impact on that, at least not for me. And I do feel like my sleep is good, and the question after that was if I have lost or gained any weight. And with this I would like to say that I do not follow a specific vegan diet. I am just vegan right now. I might focus more on being high carb, low fat in the future, I don't know, but I'm just vegan right now, so that is not something that I'm really busy with, and I try not to weigh myself too much because I think that the number is really but if we're looking at how much I like my body, like my self-esteem about my body is very good right now. I feel fit and I look fitter than I did before. I don't think I've actually lost weight at all, or just a little bit, but I do feel much fitter. Like when I look at myself in the mirror, I feel prettier in my body. That sort of ties in with the next point, which was leaner body. So yes, I feel like I'm leaner. I don't know if I actually am. Next two questions I asked myself also tie in together, and it is, do you feel a deprivation of certain nutrients, and do you binge or crave a lot? And for both of these, the answer would be no. It really depends on, like, in terms of food, I do not crave anything that is not vegan. I do not have a feeling like, oh god, I would love some cheese right now. I think over the last 6 months I've had that once. Basically, in terms of mental factors, it really depends on my day, but I don't crave anything non-vegan in the sense that I don't miss it. It just doesn't make sense to me anymore to eat anything that is animal product, so I don't really feel a reason to miss it or anything, and I just don't. I do crave or binge, but that would be like I crave something sweet or I crave something salty, and that has nothing to do with like my diet. Is there anything else I would like to add after these 6 months? Yes, I am happy with the way I'm eating. I'm glad I have been sticking it out, and I noticed that so especially older people that think I am doing like a gimmicky diet or something like that, or something that I will grow out of, they are kind of surprised at the fact that I'm still doing it, and I feel like I'm getting more, it's just part of my everyday life, and I feel like I've got my food basis down and I can move into different subjects. I also ordered vegan shoes and they are very pretty, and I'm very much looking forward to them getting here. Overall, it's just, it makes me feel so good, and I am so happy that I am not as much of an impact on the environment as I was before. And I would recommend it to anyone just because it feels good, even if it's Like, that is for me reason enough to do it, or at least try it. If you want to try veganism, try it for at least a month and give it a shot. Really look into stuff. I think you should watch certain movies as well, and there's just a lot you can look into, and I will leave a lot of links in the description, or I will make a separate video on that in the future. Get informed and understand where this is coming from, and you will like see where I'm coming from and understand my choice and maybe make the choice. I don't know, just try to think about it more. That was it for this week, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week. Bye! Dear Amy, the shoes look amazing.